recipes to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free to God.
And stop Cop City and be a good human. Remember to like this video if you fucks with it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't and ring the notifications bell. Help out the channel a little bit. Shout out to the kids. Shout out to our wonderful guest Bree's son specifically.
Shout out to my baby. Love you.
So we've had a few conversations that made me think that you would be a real good fit on this pod. Differing perspectives as well as openness. So
okay,
that's what we about here.
Well, I'm flattered. I'm glad to be here. So thanks for having me on.
First thing I wanted to get to, I have been waiting to talk to y'all specifically about this for weeks. And I was kind of salty because we went to the same comedy show and someone brought this up. Because when I thought of this topic, I was like, this shit gonna shake up the community a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
I thought barbers were normal. But in reality, these niggas is wizards. And they're lying to us.
Elaborate.
Oh, I can't wait to. I have a specific story too. So I broke up with my barber not that long ago. Broke up with my barber. And I was on the search. Like this is a sacred relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm on the search and I'm taking it real serious. I'm going through Instagrams. Like I'm really looking for this relationship, right? And I found this dude who was using his rapper name. Mm-hmm. And the only reason that's relevant at all is because I know this person. And if his name would have been his name, I would have immediately went to him.
Okay.
But I'm scrolling through this rapper named Barber's Instagram, and these niggas are looking immaculate. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way he did this, right?
Okay.
So I booked, I showed up, found out this is somebody I know. And I'm like, oh, my nigga was good. Like, I've been seeing your work, and it's wild. Like, you might be the best nigga in Akron. He's like, oh, no, I appreciate you. We caught up while he cutting my hair. Yeah. This nigga spent so much time on my cut. 50 minutes later, he gives me the mirror, and I'm like, I'm never going home.
For real?
What the fuck did you just do?
Now, how long was it in between cuts for you?
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that. My hair was still, I had waves.
You get your hair cut, then all of a sudden you got to run errands.
No, I have to do everything. I have to do everything, and I have to be winking. Like I'm different now.
You did.
I'm a dangerous man.
You didn't feel this way with your last barber?
I'll tell you this. My hairline has literally never looked like that. It has literally never looked like that. So look, let me tell you where this becomes sorcery, right? So I FaceTimed you and the homie immediately when I got in the car. And I'm like, fam, I just got the best haircut of my life. And I don't know how to act. I'm about to go to gas stations I've never been to get me drinks. I'm about to see the end of the Gatorade rainbow, my nigga. I get home, I change my clothes, which comes with a shower. No, we actually had something to do.
Okay,
that's why I was getting my haircut.
No, you wildin'.
No, actually, we had something to do. Me and my wife had something to do. So I changed my clothes, and which comes with taking a shower. I got a normal fucking haircut now. What the fuck happened? No, what happened?
Oh no!
My hairline is right back to being a normal guy's hairline.
Oh, talk about. Did you get
they
like the
spray
spray?
the little?
Yeah. So wait. Is he worth going back to?
Absolutely not. He gave me a regular haircut. I ain't been back since.
He was coloring on your head.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that was a thing at all.
Really?
I had only ever been to barbershops that cut your hair.
That's the equivalent to makeup.
Makeup.
Yeah.
I wrote it down as barber/makeup.
Yeah, he's a makeup artist.
He's a makeup artist, and he's fucking great. Hey, my nigga, you are phenomenal at what you do.
He should have taught you how to do it.
I don't want that.
No?
I don't want that. I want to live with what I got, but I don't want you to make me think I got something I don't got.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Was he better than your last barber?
No. He wasn't even close, bro.
And then then you spent all day in the chair.
But he enhanced it. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was fine. It was fine. It was worth the haircut.
Yeah, but not better than your last.
It wasn't better than my last, and it's not better than my current barber. But I remember being real disappointed once it went away. I was like, oh, I don't look like that. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. What the fuck happened?
Did he post you?
No.
That's how you should have known there.
Why?
He ain't
'Cause-
post you, bro.
Oh, my nigga, I looked phenomenal. He didn't.
Artists
it's not
only
like.
post like their best of the best though. That's
Oh
how you-
yeah, sure.
yeah.
I just got posted.
Congrats, my nigga. Your transformation was crazy.
Every time. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No,
It be shocking.
no.
It'd be a pet dog on the ground
He
afterward.
be shocked.
Like, I used to scare people if I don't get my hair cut. Like, for real. Like, I do look like a different beast. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit
I
is
love that
wild.
you use that word
Like,
too.
that's
You really
exactly
do.
like a criminal. That's what I look like, bro. Don't trust me. Like, I don't have a job. That's what I look like. I legit look like I do work on cars.
Now, the reason that I brought this up, and like, first off, that's something that I feel like has to be said. The reason that some of these niggas is out here walking around the way that they are, the way that Bree already knows niggas walk around, is because that's not you, bro. That's not you. You have to be seen today because tomorrow you different. Like, tomorrow you're
That's
one
a
of us
bad
again.
nigga.
Yeah. And look, man, I get it. I felt it. I had it. I got my hit. I got my hit of the dopamine. But yeah, these barbers are out here actually like
yeah.
makeup artists, and that's wild. And then on my journey to my barber, someone was cutting my hair, and they said, and I asked for the same cut I get every time. He knew what it was. He asked to confirm. Thought it was normal.
Yeah.
Around the end, when he's doing my hairline, he was like, and would you like any enhancements? And I'm like, I literally had to, like, it's a rare occasion that a nigga in the chair does like this. Like, you don't look at your barber. Like, for the most
Because
part,
he might mess you up for real.
you don't look at your barber.
Yeah.
Darian, am I lying?
Now, that's facts. I don't even try to make. I close my
Never.
eyes when you do my
Close
hairline.
Yeah,
all that.
exactly. I don't look
Yeah,
at my
nah.
barber.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So I turned and looked at him. I was like, what that mean?
yeah, I have never been asked that in my
What
life.
does that mean? And he was like, oh, you know, I got a spray that'll make it. I'm like, oh, no.
They be having a lace fronts too.
It ain't that type. Excuse me?
Yeah, like you can get the
no,
little lace
that's for
front,
niggas
glue
who's
it
losing it,
down,
though.
and yeah.
That's for the LeBrons. Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
you
hey,
can glue it down, like how women get the whole
Yeah.
glue down.
Now, I'm not surprised that it exists. What I'm surprised, that's not what is surprising to hear. You said they be. Who the fuck is they? And when do they be?
The barbers.
Yeah,
When?
What you mean?
all the time.
No, because I just found
It
out
has to
about
be
the
an
makeup.
empty shop.
I
I'm
just
gonna send some to you. It's literally
That's
a
the
thing.
home of it. No,
yeah.
that's for real, bro.
And it'd be like human hair. You can get Indian hair. Like it's a whole
Yeah.
toupee. Mm-hmm.
This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I just want my barber to cut my hair, man.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for a lot.
But that's my barber. Well,
I'm from the 90s.
Well, my
We just got
barber a little
haircuts.
ghetto though, and it kind of make me mad. Like he's in the shop and shit. He got a whole book in that, but my last cut, I had to pick this nigga up and take him to the shop.
And now
bro.
I need a discount.
And now this
No,
is
big time.
Facts.
Big time. Half
Now,
off.
He already
Literally.
when he moved shops, he upped his price. Like cool, like I'm not gonna argue with
Inflation.
you. I'm not gonna
Maybe.
charge your price, but I'm not tipping you. I'm telling you that right now. I used to tip him every single time, but now you already got your tip when you up.
Yeah, for sure.
So
If I'm
sure.
picking
that's how I
you
look
up,
at it.
Oh, if
and
I'm
you not
picking you up, nah,
discounting
nigga, this
me,
is a free cut.
In the years
You wasn't
of,
cutting no
in
hair.
the years of him cutting me, like this has at least 4 or 5 years now. I have never had this happen in my life. Same guy. I don't go to anyone else. But because it was so early in the morning, I had to pay half of it, and that's all I had to pay was just the half. So it was like it was the cheapest haircut I had in years.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
also one of the best though.
Sure.
like, he did his
Yeah.
thing. But it was like, damn, the fact that I had to pick you up, like, don't make this an every time thing.
You can't.
Like,
yeah, no,
at all.
this ain't an option.
Yeah, it's a thing on social media, even with women dealing with bad service from hairstylists because they're just that good. Like, you will put up with a lot of bullshit if a hairstylist is good. Like,
Yep.
deal with their kids, help feed them, put
I
them
kinda
down, do
disagree
their
with that.
homework. I will.
You're
if
right.
you're gonna do my hair well, baby, give me that baby. Come on.
See, I'm different though.
You're right.
I can wait to go
You're
get my haircut. Like
Yeah.
I'll wait months if I have to. Like, bro, I'll catch you
Oh,
on your
yeah.
good days.
No, you tripping.
like But with my job, I don't have to look good, bro. Like I
Yeah,
just
at
don't.
my job, I
do-
don't have to look good either.
But I like to look good.
niggas,
Yeah. I
look
gotta-
good, feel good,
yeah.
my boy.
Like not mine.
Can't
bro.
relate.
Like for yours though, like for y'all's job though, it kind of makes sense. Like I don't want you showing up to anything and your name is on the building and you look like me.
Oh my boy, I don't want you to get confused whatsoever. I was poor for the first 3 years that I worked there. I was looking like a nigga from Akron.
But you
smell
look the
me?
image now though. You really do.
It took.
I give you that though.
You see what I'm saying?
Like-
Took time.
Yeah, like they had to
process.
they had to pay me out of that.
Like in my feel, like I would think it'd be crazy to wear cologne to my job, bro. Like
Okay.
it's just the whole dressing up. I don't even want to say dressing up, but like pampering myself for my job, just to like.
Would
okay,
you want a job like that though? Where
Nah.
you have to dress up?
Nah.
No. I love that.
Only
one
because
of the
the type of
things
job
I
I'm
love.
like. Yeah, nah.
Dang.
What's one of the things you love?
Dressing up for work and putting cute outfits on and having the kids be like, "Oh my God, Miss Bree, you look so nice."
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Yeah, I don't care what people think.
Now this
Yeah.
we're gonna jump around a little bit, but because you brought that up, I would like to know for the two of you which 3 compliments is like the top 3 compliments that you can receive.
You smell good.
Smell good, that I'm funny, and
You look happy today.
yeah, or just like
That's
your
fire.
presence. Your presence is just you have a nice aura about you. I love those.
Yeah, yeah, I do too.
Yep.
Smell good is definitely in the top 3.
Yeah. What's 3 that you hate?
I don't think I hate any compliments.
Really?
Yeah.
I do. I hate any, like, because it's normally, like, men who I feel this way towards objectifying me or being like, sheesh to my body or being like, damn, and just knowing that they're, like, sexualizing me. I don't like none of that.
For sure, for sure.
Or they'll be like, nice lips.
Does it change for women?
Yeah, because, yeah, I do it for the girls. I like the girls. Like, you know.
Now, I got a question for you. If a lady says she likes your fit, does it go a little further if a man say, bro, your shit is clean today, bro?
Does it go a little further?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Then
Which
a
one do
woman's
you like more?
which holds a little more weight?
Oh, for sure. A nigga compliment you?
Facts.
Gang.
Facts. Like, for some reason, I don't want to say niggas don't compliment, but when it's some heat,
why don't you want to?
when it's some heat though, niggas will say something. You just
So
you
what
have
is it?
to.
Is it like, all right, I see you, bro? Or what?
Yeah.
A lot of
that-
times. A lot of times, yeah.
Dang.
It shouldn't be no like you handsome or nothing like that. It's just like the fit clean or you put that shit
yeah.
on. Like,
See what girls will be like, okay, dress, okay, body.
right,
Oh, you
right.
look cute. Where you get them earrings? Yeah, see.
I go out of my way to change that stigma though. Like
You do?
anytime I see a nigga with that shit on, I let him know, like, bro, them shoes crazy. Or bro, that whip wild, gang. Yeah.
And speaking on this topic, do you think like you brought up like, oh, where you get them earrings from? Do you think a lot of women gatekeep where they get their shit from?
Yes, sometimes I do feel like women like to be like, oh, I got this years ago, knowing that they lying and got it on Amazon.
And,
And I don't care for that because I'm finna look it up.
and you like you don't think niggas do that, right? They'll
Shout out
tell
to
you.
Pretty Social Podcast. No, I don't.
Shout out to
Yeah, me either.
Actually.
They'll tell you straightforward. Though, I feel like they tell you where they got that shit from.
Yeah, but I definitely think niggas not asking that as often as well though. Like for me, I don't want to know where you got what you got. I'm gonna be different.
Yeah, I feel you.
My fit actually gonna be different.
I'll ask how much it was before where you got it from.
Oh, see,
I
but
don't
you
know
pocket
why.
watch. You pocket watch
It
it.
ain't even like that
You are-
though.
but-
Because I might look at you
No.
sideways if you ask me how much it costs.
Really?
Yeah, I might be like, why?
And let's not pretend you not like that for real. Let's not pretend that you don't.
Like if somebody asked like your watch or your outfit, you gonna be like, and they asked you like,
What's the
how
ticket
much?
on
How
that?
much was it?
This is how you act.
You
like,
wouldn't
what's
look
that
at
ticket
them
on that?
like, why?
No, not at
like
all.
I'm holding my purse a little closer now.
No,
what
not-
you want to know for?
No way, right?
I don't feel that way.
Me either.
I
But
do.
but there are definitely niggas that do.
I do.
Now I get it. I feel like it depends on the vibes.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't got no haircut, feel that way. Yeah, like that makes sense, right?
Sure.
But me today, like like
Oh
what's,
no,
the,
Darian, you different, bro.
what's the ticket on that?
No.
Nah.
So you would just walk up to somebody and lead with that?
No, I'll be like,
See, that's
you
what I
gotta
was
compliment
thinking.
him first.
Oh,
You're like, oh,
Yeah,
damn,
no.
what's the ticket
You
on that?
sound manipulative.
no, yeah, no.
So wait. So I feel y'all tripping. You got your whip, clean ass whip.
To ask you how much your car is,
I don't mind that at all.
That's crazy.
Honestly, I don't mind that at all.
I do. If I don't know you, we're strangers. Like, if we're friends and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd you get those? How much was it? Cool. But if we're strangers, you don't know me from nowhere, and you like, how much was this? Google it. No, I'm not about to tell you.
Wow.
That's not your business. I don't know.
I don't have a problem with that.
I do it for strangers.
So is there anything you don't mind giving the price tag to a stranger?
That's
Food.
a great question.
Food. If they be like, I like that dish, where you get it?
You don't think they can
how
steal
much
food?
was it? It's okay because it's probably like $20 or something. So
Now, what if someone asks you, like, let's say you bought a house, how much the house was? That's crazy to you?
if they're a stranger, yeah. If
Wow.
they know me, then it's okay. But if you're a stranger, I just feel like, why you want to know? But
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
feel that
women
way at
live
all.
life like, I think we live life in a way being more like scared of things and like society. So to me, that's kind of like a red flag. I'm like, are you trying to rob me? Why?
And that's not. I don't think you're off kilter either. I don't think.
Yeah.
While that is not how I perceive it, I completely understand why you don't perceive it the way
Yeah.
that I do. But the compliments though, I think I like the deep voice one. That's the one that I get the most. I don't understand it. That's not something that I hear for myself.
You could be like a voice actor though.
Everyone always tells me
Yeah.
that shit takes so much time. I would love to make money that way, but I would have to quit my job, and I love drawing buildings. But like that's something that I hear often, and I like hearing it because it reminds me of this. I genuinely don't know. Me and you sound the same, except for the S's, bro. Like
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to you, twin.
But the car, that's a top 3, and that's one that I hear a lot now from men too. Like it's crazy. Like we said, compliments from men don't happen that often. Niggas will tell you got a nice whip. And I have, especially when it's a black dude out in Whiteville, they be like, hey, no, nigga, that shit fire.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
And then, damn, there was one, Waves.
Yeah.
That is numero uno. If you see me and you tell me I
Your
have
shit's
nice
spinning.
waves,
I love you.
that's my day.
Your shit's
That's my
spinning.
day. You made my day.
Aw.
You immediately grab a brush though, don't you?
No,
Just
no,
look
hell
at
no.
the work.
No,
Well, yeah, I give credit to the brush.
no.
That's some effort though. That really takes some effort.
Yeah.
Like I don't think sometimes niggas realize that. That's why I think that compliment is so good.
How
though.
often do you have to brush your hair?
It's
It's
a
like
job.
all day.
It's a job.
It's not all day, but at least an hour a day.
a routine. It's a
An
job.
hour a day.
Yeah.
So do you split it up or do you just
Yeah, I
dedicate
split
an
it up.
hour?
I
Okay.
split it up, yeah.
Okay.
It's like muscle memory at this point for you, ain't it?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There are certain things that I do, and when I'm doing them, like every time I leave my job, brush, Dewey. When I get out the shower, brush, Dewey.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
20 minutes before I go to bed, brush, comb, Dewey.
Okay, self-care.
Yeah. And so when I hear like, oh man, your waves is crazy today, I'm
Clean.
like,
I really tried with
that
these.
yeah,
Thank you.
facts.
Thank you.
That is my day, especially on days where it's like a little bit humid. Sometimes just get it up. Like niggas be like,
You
wow,
know
man.
that's
So your hair
man,
gets
yeah.
frizzy? Like
Oh,
how-
For
Yeah,
sure.
nigga.
Really? I didn't
For
know
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Dang,
for
that's
sure.
crazy. So when it's a hot day,
Only if
sweating
I'm
your-
sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
sweating it out almost.
Yeah, for sure. You
Like,
sweat your waves
so-
out.
so crazy.
For sure. You got an afro
I didn't
now.
know that was
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The more you know, ladies, the more you know.
Yeah. So that's what it was, man. Darian, I need you to open the pictures that I sent you. Because talking about barbers, a barber took a picture of this dude. This video was circulating the social medias, I think, a month ago. And a barber took a picture of his client and,
What is
and
it?
posted.
Let
You
me
got to
see.
show it to her, bro. And posted it up.
Oh my god.
Now the
I've
way that
seen this.
the way that I found it was somebody posted it and said, "Man, my people will really make fun of you for anything."
Oh, and they said he looks like a nice guy. It's the eyes.
Don't talk
It's
about-
his big doughy
He
eyes.
said
They
he
give
look-
like you just always tell the truth, don't you?
Hold on.
No, wait. I really want to set this up. I want to talk about how we got here before we start reading the comments.
Okay.
So the way that I found it was one of those memes where it says like the word and then the picture. The words and then the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And the words were, my people will really make fun of you about anything. And it's like black people are just going crazy on this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And under the picture it says like niggas can't look nice now. So I took a screenshot of some of the comments that made me die laughing. I spent at least 20 minutes on this photo.
Really?
I don't even spend 20 minutes on Instagram. I
Okay.
spent 20 minutes on this photo alone because Darian, can you read some of these, gang?
I'm mad because you didn't heart some of these good ones though. Oh, they said this nigga looked like a good example.
And do.
Another comment says, "Stop looking positive, my nigga." Hold on. They said he looked like the word please.
The word please is crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on. They said nigga look like he going to heaven.
Like you would trust him.
Yes.
With your life.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
He looked like he says oopsies after he hits the curb.
Now that was funny.
Bro looked like he happy to help. No, that's crazy. Like black people really do
Yeah.
that shit for real.
And
like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. Once I see the picture, I get it. Once I see the comments, I get it. But like, I never would have thought to roast this man.
yeah.
Like he is not like he's not a roast target to me. If I was just scrolling through and I seen his face,
No.
that's not something to like. Oh, look at this sweet ass. Like, that is not something that crossed my mind. So, bro, when that shit came up and I seen it again, I'm like, I started coming up with it myself, and I'm like, oh, they got me. They fucking got me.
Oh my
That's
God.
kind of fucked up though. Like
Kind of.
Absolutely it is.
I can see if those was his friends. Like, I'm sure I'm your friends that do some shit like that. But the internet dude, you really look soft there. Like, for real. That nigga never committed a crime.
Ever in his life.
It's not even that he didn't get caught. He's never committed a crime.
Yeah.
That bitch said, "Don't walk,"
He's
and no
helping
cars
the
were
police
coming.
and being like, they went back there, officer.
He really do use crosswalks.
No, for real. No, for real,
Wow.
bro. His barber cuts his hair for free because he know his dad is good people.
Literally.
That's so crazy, bro. And I mean, they let off on dog.
No, for real.
They let off
You
on
had
dog. Those were
multiple screenshots.
Those screenshots were amazing. He looks like the word please. No, hold on. You didn't read one of them. It said, if bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He looked like
It's
the phrase,
literally his eyes, though. They're just so
bushy-tailed.
big.
That is nasty as fuck, bro.
Oh,
Do
my
you think he took that as an insult?
100. How couldn't you?
Absolutely.
He's a nice
Hopefully
guy.
he laughing at his. At
Yeah, he
his
probably
stuff.
not mad.
Like,
He probably not.
he don't get mad.
He never been mad before. That nigga says, "Darn it." Now that we've gotten into the we agreed and all of that, let's disagree, Bree.
Uh-oh.
You added a post to your story recently, and immediately triggered me.
Ooh.
I started arguing with you in my head, just like
Okay.
I couldn't believe it.
Can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
Do you think you know what post it is?
Yeah, because we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked.
Already
Yeah,
know.
Okay.
So I wrote down what it said. The post was just one of those like iPhone notes posts,
Okay.
and it said, "I love when a man just knows how to be a man. No coaching, no prep, no training, just straight up man." And the caption was, "Women love a man who comes pre-assembled and knows how to treat a woman right."
So why you disagree?
We here on the Overly Opinionated podcast are on record with people don't come out the box perfectly fit for you like some jeans. And being a man to you would be extremely subjective. So if a man knows how to just be a man, I just don't think that means like you're going to like everything this man does. So what is it? Am I thinking of it incorrectly? Am I thinking of it differently than what you mean by that?
You thought of it too deeply.
Okay, go ahead.
I really meant by that post, I think that I really took it as a man already knowing how to lead, like knowing how to plan the dates, not asking me, I don't know what you want to do. You want to go here? Let's go there. A man opening the door up for me and like being a good partner to me. That's what I meant. I know that all people take work and people are different. You experience them differently and you train people how to treat you. But I think that at the very least, you should have the standard of planning the dates. You should have the standard of knowing how to be a gentleman, knowing that, I'm like a traditional type of woman, I would say. So knowing, how to change a tire if I get a flat or call in AAA. We talked about that off the camera. But yeah, that's what it meant for me.
Yeah. Okay. And I think, go ahead, Darian.
Now, I feel like a better post would be, I like traditional men. Like, not the post that manly man.
The man that knows how to be a man.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well.
that already knows how to be a man.
Because I feel like you would have, there's certain standards. Like, someone would say that that's manly, and some will just simply say not. Some people think man can cook. Some people think men only know how to grill. Like, there's like social standards.
It is subjective, yeah, like you were saying.
That post definitely can go like different ways. And it makes me think of like someone who's just like traditional, like basically what you were saying. Is that like something, how can I word this? Is that something you think society put on you, or that's how you grew up?
No,
like,
that's what I like. Yeah, like I've experienced that. And then also growing up and everything with my father and grandfather, I experienced them in those ways, knowing how to treat me well. And that's what I expect from a partner. So
okay, so you do want a man like your grandfather, your dad. Okay.
Yep.
Makes so much sense to me.
Yep.
The reason that my reaction was so adverse, I think, is because Darian and I just had a conversation. I consider Darian to be just as much of a man as me, if not more, because of the job that he does.
And you feel like we're opposites too at the same time?
There are so many things that we do differently, but like I don't think Darian's manhood has ever been in question for me. And we just recently had a conversation where Darian does something or doesn't do something that is one of those what I would consider a requirement, or what I would think that a woman would have as a requirement.
Okay, what is
taught to me by like the women in my life, specifically my mom. Shout out, Mom.
Killing the bugs in my household.
You don't like to kill bugs?
I don't like touching bugs at all. Not saying that
I mean,
won't
I'll
do
kill
it.
the bugs too. Stuff like that, I don't necessarily mind. And then I don't mind, like, say if my partner is a better cook than me, then you can go ahead and cook. Like, I think you do in your relationship what you're good at. But I think starting off a relationship initially, I would want the man to pursue me. I would want the man to know.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Know the basics of planning a date. But, if my man don't want to kill a bug, it's like, all right, babe, I got it.
Word.
Oh yeah.
All right, bet.
What about pumping gas?
Oh, I'm not doing that because men be trying to talk to me too much at the gas station, and it makes me nervous. Like I said, like women, we have to live more in like high alert. I feel than men do sometimes, and I think that with that, no, you gotta pump the gas.
Yeah,
that's a non-negotiable.
I get it.
That's a non-negotiable.
I get it, and I've I was surprised by the poll being close. I think Bugs did end up winning.
Yeah.
You got to kill Bugs is the idea here. But I heard enough that like you got to pump gas. I'm not driving my wife's car. Look, man, I'm just not, and she's not either. But we are looking to get a better car. We've been shopping, and when I'm driving both cars, that'll be natural to me. I don't think there will be a week where I only drive one of our one of our cars. So like I'll be in charge of pumping the gas, and my wife usually goes with me to pump the gas anyways. But like, yeah, I think once I'm driving, that won't even be a thing for me anymore. But the reason that I bring up that difference is because both of those things would be something that I would put in the box of like, a man should know to do this if you want a complete package when you open the box. And I don't think that's necessarily reasonable to expect. Do you understand where I'd be coming from for that?
So do you guys have any expectations for like your women? Like what do you want them to have? What do you think as a woman you should know? And please don't say cooking and cleaning.
Why? Why
because
though?
I feel like humans should know how to cook and clean. Like my son, I'm going to raise him up to know how to cook, how to clean at the bare minimum, and how to be a partner, you know? But
I want to comment on that.
Okay.
It's okay to know, but still want someone else to do it.
yeah, that's fine. But I feel like we can trade off on those. Like say if I cook Monday through Friday, you cook or grill or whatever on the weekend.
So you can trade off on changing the tire?
I don't know how to do that.
Learn.
Absolutely not. Tires are heavy.
I do think I understand where Darian is coming from though. If we're meant to believe that men should come knowing how to I don't remember which all you said, but I know that opening the door and all of that, I completely agree with you. Actually, there are things that I want to do for my wife. Excuse me, because that's what a man does in my head. But I don't know why you feel justified to cancel something that we might say is a traditional womanly thing to do. That would not have been my answer, but I'm curious why you feel that it's okay for you to say, and don't say this, because I easily could say that for changing a tire or opening the door or pumping gas. Sure. Like, again, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm curious why like that would be something that you feel like I should let him know that it would be crazy for him to say these two.
Just because I think that even when it comes to the whole pumping gas thing, I can pump my own gas. And even when it comes to changing a tire, I don't know how to change a tire, but I can call someone to get it handled. Now, if I'm in a relationship with a man, and a lot of the times men, they like cars. You know, last guy I dated, he was really savvy into stuff like that. So it's like second nature to just be like, hey, babe, you're better at this than I am. So can you help me, point me in the direction?
What is wrong with doing that with cooking and cleaning?
I didn't say that. Well, the problem with that, with cooking and cleaning, I feel like people should know how to cook and clean. Like before you're in a relationship, you should know how to cook a meal for yourself and clean up behind yourself. And I wouldn't want to be with a man who doesn't know how to clean up behind himself or cook for himself.
That's actually
I
a solid
agree with
point.
you so much.
That's a solid point.
But what if he said the same thing about opening your doors? You know how to do it. You're just not doing it.
Again, I'm a traditional woman, and I want you to open the door for me.
Listen, I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
So, but like, I get what you're saying, but
That's such a funny way to say that.
But you know how to
true
open
though,
up
right?
your own door, because it's just a pleasantry that I enjoy that makes me happy. So if my man wanted me to do something for him, like, babe, I love when you like fold my clothes up for me, and like every time you go out to the store, you go and get different products that I may need, and you're just good at doing that. Or I'm good at decorating, so you decorate and make our house a home, you know, and I enjoy that you like to do that. Could he do that for himself? Yes, but I'm gonna do that for you because that's what you like for me to do for you. Same way that I like for you to open up the door for me. Same way that I want you to bring me flowers. Like, I'm gonna do what you like as well. It's not just a one-way street here.
but
like,
you have a real dark line on the cooking and cleaning, though.
because I feel like every human should know how to cook and clean.
Yeah, they do though. right?
Yeah, but if my man
No.
prefers me to
No.
cook,
Oh,
but
you're right. I'm
yeah, they
sorry.
don't be knowing how to cook and clean or do laundry, and I feel like that's how you should know how to do that. But if you enjoy my cooking more, fine, I'll cook.
Sure.
I can do that, and we can trade off, and we can like be in the kitchen together cooking and doing all that stuff. But you should know how to do those things.
Yeah, and
because what if we have? Because I have a son, and what if we have kids in the future? I'm not home. You should know how to clean up after them. You should know how to provide them meals.
Yeah.
You know.
But like in today's day and age, though, like you said, you don't know how to change a tire. You can just call someone. We can DoorDash food. Like,
Okay.
That's like the problem is solved, right? Like you don't really have to know how to cook in today's day.
You
can get
should,
food here.
because a lot of the food that you get from DoorDash is unhealthy. So if I want to eat healthy and we're on a healthy kick or whatever, then I would prefer if we cooked in house, because those ingredients don't have like genetically modified ingredients.
For sure. I don't want to act as if we about to skip over your question. What is it? You said you had one. I feel like you have more than one, but
This one came to mind.
okay, go ahead.
My lady got to handle all complaints when it comes to our food, wrong order, something like that.
Oh, that's no problem
Yeah,
for me,
that's
because I
not-
enjoy being like, excuse me, my man wanted more shrimp.
Yeah,
so I
that's
get
not
that.
me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not me.
I'm the person who doesn't
More
mind
shrimp,
like
yeah.
confrontation. So
Oh, I don't mind
you
that
just
either.
have to know your like strengths and weaknesses in a relationship, and like you said earlier, stuff is subjective to that relationship. So
Yeah, I think because I don't actually have too many of these. Like, you gotta be nice. You gotta be nice to me. That's pretty much what. Like, that's it. You gotta be nice to me for the
Don't
most
hit
part.
me.
But yeah, don't stop hitting me. Don't hit me, but stop hitting me. You know? But no, the one that came to my mind was being self-sufficient to a degree. Like, being able to get your own shit. Being able to get your own shit, whatever that may mean. Like, being able to figure things out without me. Being able to make this happen without me, that is very important to me, just because I am an extremely busy person and I foresee myself being extremely busy. And that's not to say that my priorities will ever be supersede my wife or anything like that. Just to know that if there's something that's at a level 5 out of 10, you can handle that while I'm handling a level 8. Which is making our lives significantly better. And that's something like I need that. And I know that there are a lot of women that want a man that handles, most things. And that makes sense to me. I need you to be able to, if you have the capacity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I work 65, 70 on a regular basis.
Jesus.
I don't have time necessarily to, talk to the maintenance guy. I don't have time to, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to be able to figure that out too. Like,
yeah,
I need you to
that's
be
a human thing. People should know how to do that, though. To me.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's not something that people know how to do. I need you to be okay with doing it. Like,
Yeah.
that has to be something, like, we have to come to an agreement that, like, when I'm not in this house, it is a high likelihood that I can't be the governor of this house, because out there get wild and it needs my full attention when I'm out there. When I'm here, I'll do anything. But like, while I'm out there, I need you to be able to do the in here shit and be willing to do the in here shit instead of like calling me because I know men who get phone calls throughout the workday and have to like troubleshoot the TV and all of this shit. I need you to be able to use Google, fam. Like, I need you to be comfortable using Google and figuring shit out, because inundating me while I'm out here, that's only gonna make that money a little bit less
Dwindle.
and we don't need that.
Okay.
So that would be mine. I do like that you asked that question though, especially since we are being particularly combative to the idea that you have an expectation. And I understand how that sounds.
Does it come off like, does it offend you that I have the expectation?
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
It is your life. I am just, I feel like we've heard and we've argued against, without having them like here to talk to, but we've argued against people who say things like, I don't want to treat no man, I don't want to teach no man how to treat me. And I just think that is a bananas way to go about life.
But I think it's well, speaking to me, because I can't speak to whoever you've spoken to before, but just for me, it just means, like you said, being nice, common decency, and knowing. Like, I think that in a relationship, we should like each other. So when you like a person, you want to do for them. Same way that, like, for your friends, you want to do for them. You want to see them smile. You want to make them happy. Like, you should want to do the things that I like. Because as a woman, I'm going to do those things for you. So,
yeah. And that makes sense to me. I think oftentimes what it sounds like to me, and I am open to being wrong because, like I said, I have had this conversation very few times, like face to face and with the people who espouse these things that I happen to disagree with. But I think oftentimes it sounds to me like if we are not compatible in each of these however many ways, then you are not a good candidate. And it's up to you to make that decision, obviously.
But could it be just you're not a good candidate for me, you know?
No, for sure. But I don't know that is necessarily true, because for, I think, every successful relationship that I know of, they were not the ideal person. They did not meet. They had some of those red flags. They didn't meet all the green flags that either of them were specifically expecting or hoping for, but the good ones were so good that they were like, I can deal with this and we can work on it.
Yeah.
Like, that is, to me, that is what makes a relationship strong. I mean, I don't know how you could appreciate somebody who came out the back, or even think that it's real, who came out the box and was was put together for you in particular. Like, that
all
just doesn't sound
relationships take work, but I think that for me, what I'm looking for is having the same aligned, like, moral compass and goals, and, like, where I'm seeing myself in the future. You know, everything else we can work out, basically, but I would want those things to be aligned, though.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me. That doesn't, and it makes sense to me that people want someone, especially, what is the one that I've been seeing? In my 30s, like, you're not about to waste my time. Please don't waste my time type shit.
Yeah.
I completely understand. Like, you want someone who you are more compatible with in more ways the later on in life you get, because there's only so much of it you have to share, and I'm not trying to share it with somebody I'm not trying to share it with.
See, I think the older that you get, I think the less of a, like, specific list that women have, specifically, like, you got to be tall, dark skin, your hair got to be like this. I think as you age and you experience life, you notice, like, things like people's physical attributes don't mean as much, and I don't think they get pickier. I think they get more realistic.
Do you think that changed because the way women age compared to men? That's a serious question. No,
Why
that's
is that
not. Is that
funny?
crazy? No, because that sounds so crazy.
It
You know what I mean by that, don't you?
No, I know what you mean.
Like the biological clock, like
you are-
having babies. Is
No.
that what we're talking about? Or like aging as far as like our beauty standard and
Welcome
how
to
it
the- welcome-
lessens.
Yeah, yeah.
Our beauty standard.
Welcome to the Kevin Samuel show.
God, what did I sign
I
up
repeated him,
for?
but no, that I didn't.
Rest in peace.
So, but yeah, okay. Similar on that. Not really like the clock, but more like some men like lose interest in older women. Like as they get older, they start dating.
That's
younger.
crazy
Yeah.
because I feel like younger men like me a lot, and I think that that hasn't been my experience where I feel like I'm valued less because I'm older. I think I'm
but you're
valued
not
more.
older
Right.
yet.
Yeah, you're not.
But I'm still, I mean,
You're not older.
It's-
Trust me.
yeah, it's,
I'm 29,
That is
Yeah, you didn't
not
hit
older
30 yet.
yet. Yeah.
I guess. But
so
What Darian is saying is the pickiness that you're talking about that dissipates the later in life is because you're 50 and there's only so many men
Who want
that
you
are
now.
going for a 50-year-old.
I think that women probably get desperate to a degree.
they
Maybe
get older?
that can be it. But I also think that the more you experience life, the more dating that you do, I think that you learn from each experience and how, I would hope, how, physical things don't matter as much, or him having or being the richest 6-figure, 7-figure guy doesn't matter as much as that man having some sort of ambition in general, or that man knowing how to be whatever you want him to be, you know? So that's what I think.
So I have a question. We're not in a dating scene.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get older, ambition really goes out the window. You should be looking for someone established, though, right?
Established and still having ambition to me. I think both. Like having
sense.
goals for the future still, like wanting to do more in whatever realm that is for you. It can be career, it can be your purpose, it can be family, you being just a better person to people around you, all that stuff.
Yeah, Darian was saying ambition ain't enough no more.
No, you have to be established though by like have what I have.
Like
home, car.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 29 years old. That worked. Like I could have wavered on you not having your own home or car in our early 20s because we're still in college.
What's early?
We're, like anywhere from
cutoff?
18 to maybe like 24, 25. I'm 29 years old. So I think at the bare minimum, you should have your own home and your own vehicle.
My car
I'm
in the
not
shop.
saying it has to
When I
be.
got kicked out.
That's
My
the
last
lie.
relationship was tough, so like she kicked me out. So I'm staying with
took
my mom
everything.
right now.
Okay, I'm praying for you. And when you get back on your feet, and when you get back on your feet, then come and hit me up.
Now you feel that
So
though,
good.
don't you?
That's so good. What?
They gotta have a car though, right?
100%.
Now,
That's like, y'all, would y'all want a girl who don't have no like car, home, not established, like, you know, at this age, at this very age.
I can't imagine. I'll say that. I
Yeah.
can't imagine. I can't
It's
imagine.
not something that
But
I'm looking for.
I think the thing that's difficult for me is that I met my wife and fell in love with her when we were both as poor as we've ever been.
How old were y'all?
I was young, so like so that makes sense. But what
Okay.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I can't imagine saying that couldn't happen again. Like I can't imagine saying like you can't find love in a situation where you don't have all that you will one day, simply because you're as old as you are. That's tough. I can't say it. Not tough for me. It's impossible for me to say that when that's exactly how I found love, and that shit's going great.
and then also like I just know how quick shit can hit the fan. So like not having a car, like I can get that, but you gotta at least have one of the two. I ain't gonna say, like one of the two is like the requirement. It doesn't matter which one.
But wait, now what if they live in their car? Then they have both.
There you go. There you go.
That's true.
Yeah, but no, I absolutely understand what you're saying, and I don't even disagree with it. I just can't say it myself.
Yeah.
But I get that. I get that 100. There's, I have loved ones that are out here dating,
Anyone?
and all of them are over the age of 29. And I'm not gonna pretend that I don't get disappointed when they're with a man that doesn't have a vehicle. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
bro, that is the barrier of entry.
Yeah.
That has to be the barrier of entry.
Yeah.
Now, I do have to speaking on like things you gotta have. Like, is there certain type of jobs a guy can have you just won't fuck with?
I
Great
like a
fucking
blue.
question.
I like a blue collar worker. I like a 9-to-5er. I like a
No.
man with a real career. Like, you can't be a drug dealer
What's a real career?
or just any like
Any 9 to
stable.
5?
Yeah, any stable job is fine with me. But you can't be doing anything illegal because I'm not the writer type. I'm gonna cry. I'm going to call 911.
And tell
I'm
on you.
going to tell. Yeah.
You're not scissor and snooze, is what you're saying.
Huh?
You're not scissor and snooze, is what
No,
you're saying. Yeah.
No, me and Sam already kind of talked about this. Like, you'll date somebody at the drive-thru?
Does he have his own house and car, and is it a career? Like, is
That's
he
his
an
9 to
entrepreneur?
5. That's his 9 to 5. Let's say he has a car. They normally don't, but let's say he do.
And his own home,
Darian.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
but he works at the drive-thru.
Yeah. I don't know how he got it, but yeah.
As long as you're able to pay for the dates and pay for
That's
different-
very important to you, paying for the dates first.
paying for the because
well, having the ability. That's not what
Yeah,
she said. Having the ability.
to pay for dates and to do stuff because I like to go out and do things, and when
Yeah.
I go out, I'm gonna spend at least like $100. So
Yeah.
I feel like I want us to be on the same level. I don't want you to just
Okay.
be like, "Bae, I don't think you should order that other drink." You
now,
know?
is it a red flag for you, like it's early on, splitting it?
Absolutely. I think for me, again, traditional woman, I don't pursue men. Men pursue me. So 9 times out of 10, if you pursue me, I expect you to pay for the date. And I've never dealt in a situation where I had to pay 50-50. It's always like we get to know each other over the phone, because I like to talk on the phone, have long conversations, figure out who a person is.
They still call that beefcaking?
Huh?
That's beefcaking, right? Caked up on the phone?
I guess when I was like a teenager, sure.
Okay. I'm saying, do they still call it that?
I don't know what they call it. I'm married, my nigga.
I don't think so. I don't know. But yeah, so I like to get to know the person first, and then, 9 times out of 10, that man will ask me out on a date, and then we'll go and they'll pay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but in the future, like, I'll pay for dates. I'll do for my man, but I think initially I'm not necessarily invested in it, and you want me to spend my time with you, so.
Gotcha. So, do they have to pay for every date?
No.
Or is it on and off before they establish themselves as your man?
I think that I wouldn't mind, like, by the 3rd date or something, maybe I pay, or, but I think those first initial
Gotcha.
like hangouts, they should pay.
So, do you see any man as the catch ever? I'm just trying to see how you think. That's it.
The man
Not
as
criticizing
the
at all.
catch. I think that the woman is the catch, and I'm basing that off of the Bible, where he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and so that's where I come from it with. But I think that if I'm the catch, you're the prize winner, So I think that, that's what I think about it. I don't know.
What's your thoughts on that?
On what? Which part?
Women are always the catch.
Not necessarily, but I think that the way that I've seen relationships that I most think to myself, that seems like a relationship that I would enjoy being in, is when they both feel that way.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
both-
always going to make the partner feel that way. I think that women, when we get into marriages specifically, I'll speak to that, or like even long-term relationships, we often give so much of ourselves, and I'm speaking from my perspective of like having a family, like having a child and all those things. And so I think that men often gain so much from having women. We help you guys live longer. We often make your houses homes. We cook, we clean, the frequent sex, all of those things. And for me, I felt like the last person I was with, I made him better in a lot of ways. And I think that, I was the catch.
So, if that's how you think, do you feel like you just settled in?
Yeah, that's why I'm not with him no more. I didn't know.
But that was fire. I did not expect that. That was fire.
Okay, so how can a man not feel like make you feel like you settled if you're the catch? That's the type of question
I
I'm
think
trying to ask.
by a man doing as much for me as I do for them. So I also would feel like that man is a catch if you are just, giving what I give, doing for me like how I do for you.
Yeah. What I was trying to say earlier is that I think that the relationships that remind me of mine, like my favorite thing about my relationship is that we both express to each other on a pretty regular basis that, like, I am so happy you chose me to do this with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy you chose me.
Yeah.
Like, I won by you picking me to do this with. And I think it is those relationships that I've seen are the ones that I've most felt aligned with mine. In that aspect, at least.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I am so happy that this woman chose me to do this with, and she feels the same about me. And I think that's great. Like,
I agree.
That's beautiful.
but at the same time, like, however other people make happy. Some of y'all be weird, but do it anyways. This is a great segue that I wasn't expecting. I was on my way to work on Wednesday, and I was listening to some old Motown music. And somebody, I can't remember what song I was listening to, but the theme of the song was like, life without you is just, happiness is impossible. Like, that is. And it hit me because I think it was only a few years ago where I first heard somebody say, like, someone shouldn't be responsible for your happiness. Like, you should be happy without them on your own, and then make new happy together. That makes so much sense to me. But when I think about my relationship, I'm conflicted, where I can't help but say, like, that makes a whole lot of sense. Like, you should be able to be happy on your own and then add to your happiness with this other person who is also happy. But, like, happiness would be tough without my wife, dog.
Yeah, literally.
Like, happiness would be near impossible. I can't imagine happiness post my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm so conflicted in that that I wanted to get your take in particular, not just because you are on the traditional side and come from a more religious. Is that disrespectful? Religious? Is that a all right? From a religious perspective, as well as the first conversation I had with you, you said I can have these niggas doing whatever I want. You said, you said I can have my way.
That's crazy.
And I loved that openness where you're like, I'm aware of what of how niggas move and what I can,
what I possess.
I know what I can make happen, really. Like, I can. So I'm curious, because someone who has that perspective, I feel like lives more, and please correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if I'm wilding out. Someone who has that perspective would live more on the side of self-sufficiency. Like, I don't need someone for my happiness, and that's not what I'm looking for in a relationship.
Yeah. I think that with me, it took me a long time to be okay with being happy by myself, but I'm fully there. So it's like any relationship that I get in now has to feel better than being by myself. Like, I have to want to hang out with you more than I want to hang out with myself. And if it doesn't feel like that, then I gotta go. I recently hung out with a guy. He's very handsome, very sweet, all the things, right? And he thinks very highly of me. And we went and we hung out. We went to the movies. After the movies, we went to his place. And I'm a person who enjoys deep conversation. Like, we have to be able to be here with it. I like to talk about all things. We can talk about God. We can talk about politics. We can talk about whatever. Drama. I'm here for it. And he wasn't stimulating my mind. Like, and in the midst of it, I was there probably like 5 minutes and was like, all right, I'm going to go, because this ain't it for me. And I literally told him that, and he thought I was upset at him and different things. And he was like, why would you just leave and just say it like that? Da, da, da. And I guess he's not used to the forwardness, but I'm like, there's no disrespect, and I'm not taking this personal, and I don't want you to, but it's like, it's just boring, and I could be at home enjoying my own time, reading a book, taking a bath.
Now,
yeah.
Was that like a first time thing?
No, we've known each other for years, but we stopped talking because I was in a different relationship, and then we started to hit things off again. And I think that I'm just different now than he, is, and we're no longer like aligned conversationally.
So
wait, before you go, I just want to say I fucking love this. I love.
Oh, thank you.
In any relationship that I have with someone, I want you to tell me what it is that is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, because I'm gonna assume
I'm a vulnerable forward. Yeah, thank you, person like that.
Me too, and it causes problems sometimes.
Me too. People think I'm mean, and I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm never trying to be hurtful. I'm just very honest.
Yeah, and I want to express my appreciation for that, just because, like, you're telling him directly, this is how I feel about our interaction. And I don't always get that. And I'll be looking for it, man. I'll be like, what the fuck is going on back there,
I think with me, like, what entices men to me is, like, I'm special, yes, to myself. I think I am. But it's just, I'm nice to men. When I date and I go into dating, I do it when I have the capacity. Like, if I don't have the capacity to show up and be fully present and be the happy, open person that I am, I'm not going to date. You know, I'm going to take a break from it. So it allows me to enter into the dating space, not with a chip on my shoulder, not being who I am. And I'm like a lover. Like, I love to big my man up, tell him how special he is, how good he looks. I love to, you know, be just a partner. Like, I think that I'm a really good person to be in a relationship with. And I think that entices men to me. And it also, like, I'm good with setting boundaries when it comes to certain things. Like, if I don't like something, I really try not to be a bitch. Like, I try not to be mean or hurtful or disrespectful initially. Like, if you get disrespectful, I'm gonna get disrespectful. So I try to remain as respectful as possible and, you know, try to communicate in the best way possible. So I think that to certain men, it's like a breath of fresh air. And I never, ever want to disrespect a man and make them feel like, oh, nigga, fuck you. You're boring as shit. I don't want to. No, it's like none of that. It's like, no, I had a great time. The movies was great. I enjoyed it. But I don't want to continue to do this with you because it's not intriguing to me anymore. So.
Now, are you like a one and done if the vibes is off?
No, I might give you like two chances, maybe 3.
So I'm assuming this person had multiple chances.
They had 2.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, Darian. The way that you asked that, and I'm very open to injecting this. We're not gonna have last episode again. The way that you asked that makes it feel like you're saying, "Come on, you got to give him another shot." I am so for this. Rubbed me the wrong way in the right way to where grace goes out the window for you, dog. I'm good.
I think it depends on what it is.
The only reason I asked it because she said the movie was cool, whatever, food, whatever, and I know like how I am. Like after too many social events, like yeah, this ain't it.
Now
I'm a different type of person. Like after that,
I get that. From my perspective, the movies is one of the worst date options
for sure
because you get to spend no time with that person.
Yeah.
So like the movie was cool because she liked the movie.
Like that just set the vibe already.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Yeah. I do appreciate that though. That's fucking fire.
Thank you.
But I wonder how you feel about the other side of that. I don't want to call it a dichotomy, but that's like what I was talking about and what Darian seemed to agree with me, how like happiness for me now, I think has to involve my wife. Like, I'm not going to say that I wasn't happy before I met my wife.
But you just didn't know what she was missing.
The happiness that I know now,
it's on another level.
Involves her. And I don't think that I can imagine a way that it doesn't involve her or basically her. Like it would have to be her.
With me, like I've experienced a lot of like people coming in and out of my life. I dealt with a lot of hardship and things like that. So in those seasons where, you know, I had people in my life, friendship for like 10, 15 years with a group of girls, like used to be us all the time. I never imagined life without them. And I thought that they were the be all end all to my happiness. And then I lost all of them. We're no longer cool and things like that. And it hurt bad. It's like a grief. But I learned to be happy without them. Same thing like with my child's father. Me and him were very toxic. On again, off again, on again, off again. And I looked at him and was like, wow, you make me so happy. I can't imagine doing this without you. And now it's like, now I have to do it without you, you know, and it's okay. And I think that it's okay to have the space to like, you relearn happiness again. And it comes the same way grief comes. Like everything is just ebbs and flows, I feel.
I love that explanation, and I can't help but to agree. Do you think that it would be more difficult to see and accept that in the middle of a relationship that is feeding your happiness in such a way? Or do you feel like your time with yourself has prepared you to uphold your happiness for the rest of your life?
State the question again. I got confused.
Do you think that it would be difficult for you to see the perspective that you're
Currently in, if I was in a
that
relationship.
you're presenting to us now? Yeah. So like you're saying that you've had to grieve these relationships that you felt were upholding your happiness. And Darian and I are in those currently where we feel like the happiness that we know today involves these people that are outside of ourselves. And what you're saying is that you've had that, you've grieved it, and you've learned to uphold your happiness on your own. Do you think that you will one day
Be like how y'all are?
at least be able to see how difficult it would be to see happiness a different way
While it's happening.
while you are in that situation?
Oh, okay.
Or do you think that you have prepared yourself via this journey in, the self-sufficiency?
See, I'm the type of person who I just live every day, and it's like when I'm in that situation, I will appreciate every bit of what it is. And I think that if it were to end, I wouldn't already be preparing for the relationship to end while I'm in it. I would just fully immerse myself in the happiness that it is. And if we were to end, I know I would be okay because I've already battled some of the hardest days of my life, and I overcame those, so I'll overcome that,
Yeah. And
that's how I kind of look at it.
that is so intuitive to me because when I met my wife, my mom was recovering from strokes and a heart attack. And it was like, that was the darkest time of my life. And soon after my wife and I became a couple, my oldest brother died. And within our relationship, my younger brother died. And it was like, I have experienced loss and deep grief. And while those people either were or are extreme factors, like huge factors in my happiness at the time, I have found a new form of happiness.
Yeah.
I can't help but to acknowledge though the sunshine that is no longer shining. There is a shadow in some aspects of my happiness that I don't want to ignore in conversations like this where I'm grieving, and I am progressing, but that is in spite of loss and very real darkness. So I think that I can fully accept that if my wife and I ever were not who we are today to each other, I would find a new form of happiness to build and feed, but that would be in spite of a grave loss. Like that would be another light, or that would be another spot in my mind, in my life that is lacking sunshine. Like just
Forever.
forever failing to like be joyed about that situation that used to bring me great joy.
Like she explained it really well, saying like you have to relearn happiness because like I used to be like, bro, I'm gonna be happy without somebody. Like, and
same.
I feel like that because I was comfortable with myself, and I'm at the point now like I'm comfortable with this person, like not by myself. And it's like I gotta relearn that all over again. So and then it's really tough for me because I don't even know what it's like being grown without my lady. Like,
oh wow.
I met her 17. Like I spent my whole adult life like with this woman. So it's like she's going, it's like I'm a kid again.
Yeah,
Like,
what
I don't
do
know
do?
anything without her. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
anything without her.
yeah,
Like you said, you was going through your darkest times, and she was there the whole time.
Facts.
So your next dark time, where is it at? Like you don't
Yeah.
know anything. It's like learning.
Yeah.
But
new
as
life.
humans, we adapt, and I think
That's facts.
that we don't know our strength.
That's
Us
facts,
as
too.
people, we're so strong. Like, I've been through hell, y'all. Like, lost my mom, went through sexual assault, was tossed from home to home, and I went from living in the suburbs with my grandfather when my mom passed away, and we lived in a beautiful suburban neighborhood. I went to a great school, and it went from being that to me like living in the hood where I was bullied every day, left and right. Girls hated me just for existing, and I learned to survive and adapt that. So I just don't doubt that I can't make it through anything.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think that when you go through grief is forever. But I think you learn how to manage it more, and you learn how to appreciate life. Like with me, I'm so grateful to be alive every single day, to be breathing every single day. I thank God every single day that I have my health, my strength, my son, and that I get to love people. I love people in such a way that's genuine. Like I don't have any like animosity when I go through anything. So that's kind of how I live, like just with gratitude in every way. And I think it comes from dealing with trauma so early and being able to face that head on. It's like I'm unstoppable, you know?
Yeah, you actually speak straight to my heart when you bring up gratitude and resilience there, because that's exactly how I have said before. I don't know if on this pod, but I've said before to people that because people ask me how I can be so positive and my outlook be what it is and the way that I treat people, and it's because like when my older brother passed, I had never known pain like that, and I never really knew life without my brother. So like not having him, I learned my purpose like in a weird way, and I don't know that like purpose can be as objective as it feels to us, but because it feels so real and objective, like I say, cling to that shit. And when I learned that the thing that matters to me most, the thing that makes life worth living the most is memories with the people that you love. Like I can't help but to find that like I feel so much more at ease with life now, knowing like I'm not directionless. Like I know exactly what to do, and I only gained that through losing the thing that matters to me the most. So I couldn't agree with you more about that for sure. But I can't help but to acknowledge when that same bond is being made. Like, you know, the most successful outcome for a relationship is that someone's heart is broken at the end of it. That is the most successful outcome. So one day, this amazing relationship that I've built with this man sitting next to me will be no longer, and that'll hurt me deeply. I'll have to carry that with me for the rest of my life, or him, you know, or vice versa. And I can't help but to acknowledge that in a way that, and I'm not saying that the idea that, you know, your happiness is supposed to be self-sufficient. I don't think that is what the self-sufficient argument is saying, that like you can't acknowledge someone's effect on your happiness. But in the self-sufficient conversation, I feel like I have to acknowledge, like, yeah, no, this person is pouring into my happiness big time. Like this person is a huge factor in that. And yeah, I think that's where I become conflicted, where I may hear something that's not being said in the self-sufficient conversation, where like, you know, don't hold on too tight, because, you know, that you may have to learn how to let go of that. And
I think you're supposed to fully submerge yourself in the love of others and loving them fully with all of your heart. Just because, like, if it does end, you can say, damn, that hurts, that sucks. You can cry, slide down the wall and all that stuff. But at least you know that you love them fully to your capacity. And for the rest of your life and their life, they'll always have that. You know, you'll always have the memories. Yes, it came to an end. Yes, it sucks, all of those things. But you also have the beauty of that relationship. Like, even when it comes to, like, me and my child's father and those group of girls, like, we ended things, specifically the group of girls, like, in a bad way, where the relationship was no longer, like, redeemable at all to me. And but I still want the best for them. I still love them, and I still am so appreciative, and I can't wait until my son is older, because I'm gonna show him the pictures, the videos that we took, and all the memories, and I'm not gonna speak of them out of spite just because it no longer is. I can still go through the process of grieving. Sometimes things may trigger me, I may cry about it and all those things, but I'm still grateful to be able to experience love, because you got to think about it too. Like, some people don't get to experience the love that you experience. And even with me in my life, people can look at me and be like, oh my God, you had it so bad and this and that. But I'm also so grateful. Like, I'm grateful to be able to have the people that I did have to love me and be able to love them right back, you know? So
yeah, big time. And one of the best compliments that I've ever received, and I did receive it from Darian on this episode too, where we were talking about what our purpose was in life. And I said that my purpose is to love as purely as I can. Like, I want that when I pass away, for the people that are left to remember me as a man who loved crazy. Like, nobody has ever shown love the way that Savon has shown love to me. And Darian was like, oh no, you doing that. And multiple people after that episode hit me like, nah, fam, like, you got to know that you're doing that.
Right. No one will ever question it.
And that, like, that's
so good.
Yeah. So you are
that's
right
what
there
it
aligned.
says to do. I don't know if you guys are religious or not, though.
Very much no.
Oh, okay. But it's like, in the Bible, it talks about, like, that's what our purpose is here on earth. Every individual is supposed to be here to love one another and to show up for those people fully. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good to love people.
It does. That's how I fulfill my purpose, for sure. And I know Darian not really on that vibe, but it is.
I'm getting closer to that vibe. Like,
you're almost a human being. He got a haircut.
Look, bonus points. All right.
It's different, man, because I'm a bitter motherfucker, though. Like, you wronged me, I'm on your ass.
That's a fact.
Until you die and then some.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, and then some is crazy.
No, for real, like.
I don't know. People have wronged me, but it takes too much to just let you.
He said, "I got time."
Because I don't want you to constantly trigger me all the time. Because when you think of them in a certain way, or maybe you see a shoe or something that they used to wear, and another person is wearing it, now you're thinking about that person. That's too consuming for me.
Not me. I want you to know you got out.
Hell no.
Now, just to wrap this up in a more clean way. Darian, you had life awards on
what was your best year? Like, your MVP year in your life?
Wow. That's actually a fucking phenomenal question, bro. I don't think I have an answer. I don't think there's a way to answer this, because, like, my statistics go up crazy. Down, when there are too many aspects of my life that are on the exact opposite side of the spectrum on any year. So, like, my best financial year is also, like, not a great year for me personally. You smell me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think I'm experiencing my best years now, to be honest.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Fire. It's even fire that you're in the moment and you know it's your best year.
And you can tell,
Yeah.
Mine's probably was like 2 years ago. It was like the first year I felt like I was doing everything right.
That's
like,
good.
I bought a truck, went out of the country, like went on 2 vacations actually.
Where you go?
Puerto Rico and Jamaica.
Ooh, okay.
1 week after the other.
You got talking to the mic.
1 week after the other. And thinking back on it now, it was like, I feel like I legit did everything right. Like, it was planned out perfectly. Like, I felt like an adult. Like, I felt like this is how life was supposed to be.
That's hard.
So, yeah, that was 2 years ago, 2022.
I love that.
That's hard, man. I actually really do like that that y'all have an answer to that. Like, knowing, like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Can I say mine will soon come? Like, I don't know. Like, I might be too harsh a critic on my own life.
We already knew this.
Yeah,
You already
think,
said this.
Yeah, I think I'm too harsh a critic on my own life.
Yeah.
But one day, and I think it'll be what you were saying. The reason that it's so cool that you can tell now is because one day I'll look back and have an answer. Yeah,
That's deep. So, like, you were saying you categorize it like your
For sure.
best financial year
100%.
wasn't your necessarily best, like,
for
mental
sure it wasn't.
year.
Yeah, for sure it wasn't.
Okay. So, what would be your best, like, mental year? Like, where you felt, like, the most at peace mentally? All those things.
Can I answer
Probably
this for you?
2005.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
That was before I noticed the traumas of life. That was like
That's real.
I actually remember that Christmas very fondly. That was like the last time my family had the Christmases that I remember my family having Christmases of. Like that was the last Christmas that was like, oh, this is what Christmas is. Like even still now, I think back on what Christmas is, and it was that. And that was the last time.
I updated that because I had the same thing, but my update was from last year's Christmas. Yeah, but I had that same exact feeling.
Yeah. So my best mental year was probably before everything.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I mean, shit's been so good.
I was about to say, is it close? Like,
What do you mean?
Is that like
Is what
2005, like a clear run?
Oh no, that's easy. Yeah, that's an easy answer for me because I mean, not to sound like doom and gloom. This is just how my brain works. Like, I can't categorize. Yeah, man, life is really fucking me up. Like, I can't. And don't get me wrong. Like, life's great, but it is also at the exact same time. That shit
Super hard.
is
strong
so
chin,
tough.
bro.
It is so tough, gang.
It is.
So yeah, like. After childhood, I can't say that there was a time where it was like, man, I was like really mentally in a good place, even when I was, because there are events that are making sure that can't be a candidate. Like,
well, hopefully in the future. We'll come back
yeah,
to
yeah,
this
for
and-
sure, man, for sure. And I think that will happen. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I will look back and feel like, oh, I made strides, and I know that I'm making strides. It's just like there's too much shit still going on every year that makes it like, oh yeah, this couldn't have
This
been
can't
my
be the
best year.
best. This
Yeah,
can't be the best.
this cannot be my best
Yeah.
year. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I feel
That's
you
tough.
on that.
That's tough. Damn. I wish that wasn't true. All right, and now just to get out of here, I have to ask this question: do you dip or smother?
You know my answer.
Food.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know the other people. I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Did not think
Take
that I had
that
to
into
clarify
I thought that was
that one.
obvious. Yeah.
But hey, man, this is
My brain went.
here we are. Here we are.
Ooh, it depends. I feel like when I want to be bougie and cute, I'm a dip. But when I'm like, oh, I'm finna F this meal up, I'm smothering it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
You know,
The reason that I have to ask you this is because I had pizza at Darian's house one day, and my nigga,
No.
You
No, it was not.
Ranch was a topic. It was
Cap.
ranch
Cap.
was like if he got
there was room for more. He's capped out.
Like he poured it all on top.
Well,
smothered.
You should just get a ranch pizza.
No, it is crazy. The like if the sauce of the pizza was ranch, it still would not have been as much ranch per piece as he had.
no,
I mean, my man, you used like legit. You used a fifth of the bottle
No, I did
on
not.
2 slices.
He
Darian,
kept
you
that.
being
So
dead
you
ass.
love
kept that.
ranch. You
No,
love-
Darian, I took
It's your favorite?
Darian. I took a picture of it.
Nah.
I'm posting it. Like the picture is up.
Please, I gotta go and check
I don't
it
think
out.
it was crazy. It looked like a S. You know how you draw a S on some pizza or whatever. Where you got that's all it was. It was an S. Yeah, he kept out.
I'm gonna have to go look at
Yeah,
the
he
picture.
kept out.
I'm personally a dip guy, but I'm also anti-mess when I'm eating. So that's like
Yeah.
that's the only reason. There are definitely things. If it's a knife and fork situation, sauce can go on it. But like when you ask this question as a dichotomy, for sure, 100% dip.
Okay, can I ask y'all another question? before we go?
Yeah.
Do y'all mix y'all food all up together
Yeah.
or eat it one by one?
Yeah, I mix. Yeah, mix.
That's nasty.
sure.
I eat the food like one by one
Wait,
by one.
hold on 1 second. Corn and mashed potatoes don't mix to you?
I like to just taste the two separate
Oh,
flavors.
wow.
Yeah.
Are you free?
Wow.
Don't do that. I'm mature. Why are you
wow.
mixing it all up? That
Oh
makes
no,
y'all
corn
weird.
and mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Them bitches, they exist only for each other. I don't even want mashed potatoes unless there's
can't
corn
do it.
involved.
Yeah, I've never seen an adult plate with dividers on it. Only seen kids.
Don't do that. I didn't say it was divided. I said that I just eat it one thing.
Like,
at
can
a
it not
time.
touch either?
It can touch, but I just like to eat each thing separately
Yeah.
to get each
Yeah.
single flavor.
Your hand
I
is
feel like
really-
you're doing too much just eating it all.
I'm not gonna lie, your hand said exactly what Darian was saying. Like that was a little bit bougie. Your
Yeah.
take on this is slightly bougie, and I actually don't think your take on it is, but the way you did the hand gestures for it, like that was
Because
very
it's
prissy.
its own. Okay, it's its own entity. Like it's its own entity.
Yeah, my food can't. It does not matter at all.
Okay, I can't
think-
say it don't matter at all.
No,
but
it
That's
doesn't matter.
ridiculous.
There's
So
certain
any
things-
foods, you mixing it all.
The
up.
only thing that can't mix is sweets with, like savory.
The only thing I do mix is like yams and mac and cheese. Like you don't do that.
Well, I don't eat yams,
No,
but
me
I seen
neither.
that.
And you're
be done.
judging me for
Yeah, me
how
neither.
I eat, and you don't eat yams, and you're
I'm-
black.
Yeah, I'm not.
I feel like you just.
We actually
Went
just
down
had
a few
somebody on the show who didn't eat mac and
That's
cheese,
facts.
who was also black.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Y'all should took their black card.
Oh no, I don't have the right to even speak to her in a specific tone.
No.
But shout out Karis, man. But yeah, no, when I'm having mac and cheese, I want there to be greens there. When I'm having greens, I want there to be mac and cheese there, and not just so that they can look cute next to each other. Them bitches is talking. Like they talking and getting along real nice. Like
Not talking. I can't do it because I just feel like it just tastes like everything. It
Great.
doesn't
no,
taste
hey,
like-
yeah,
That's the
nah,
purpose.
yeah. If it made it to my plate, it's gonna taste great
That is
with
the
what's
purpose.
next to it. Yeah. So we appreciate you for coming
So much.
Yes.
I
no
have
problem.
said, and I mean this so sincerely, after having, I think, my third conversation with you, I was sure you would be a great third on this podcast.
Thank you. Nikki
And I
told
mean,
me that.
and I mean recurring. Like I think you would be a great third co-host on this podcast.
oh well, I would love to.
We'll talk about that later, but I think this went great. Y'all can let us
Thank you
know.
so much.
Yes, let us know down below.
Is there anything that you wanted to say to the folks out there?
No, I'm just grateful for the experience. Thank you for having me. This has been great conversation. And again, my name is Brianna. I go by the name is Bree on Instagram. So if y'all want to follow me there, please do. So
Hell yeah. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate y'all watching. Let us know what you think about all of these topics in the comments. Let us know at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter.